Hi, I'm
San Diego Startup Show, and we're here at Outside House for a great event. It was co-working followed by barbecue, fun, and we're here with John Friedrich, who's got a lot to do with events. So, John, tell us, what brings you here?
Well, why I'm here is really for exposure to local entrepreneurs and ideas in terms of the startup scene here in San Diego, seeing what's happening and what trends to follow.
So, why this event? Why now?
Well, I think what Outsite does, in comparison to a lot of the other co-working spaces across San Diego, is you get exposure to the international community. You get exposure from people from Australia, from Europe who fly in, they stay at the house, they work out of the space, and that unique perspective is ideal for incubation of new and original ideas.
And it's not a bad thing with this kind of view either, is it?
No, absolutely. Typically, you're staring at a brick wall or something ridiculous, and overlooking the ocean, and being able to hop on a surfboard and get out there on the ocean is fantastic.
So, John, did you find startups, or did startups find you?
I definitely found startups when I was at Chapman up in Orange County. But coming down here to San Diego and being exposed to the San Diego startup through guys like Ashok and the Outside community was and is fantastic.
So, do you find this pain point that made you move in? This passion for startups and outside and funding. How did that start? In fact, take me back to the first conversation you had with somebody where you realized you personally could make a difference in the startup ecosystem and driving startups. What was that conversation like, and who did you talk to?
Sure. So I think what's interesting about San Diego technology has a long history in terms of military and but it's rather new in terms of software scene. And in terms of finding a pain point, you have a lot of funding sources coming from Los Angeles and San Francisco, all of the big traditional names, but there's a real void here in San Diego in terms of the angel and Series A level investors. There's not a huge amount of traditional infrastructure that exists in San Diego. You're typically dealing with a syndicate versus a traditional angel fund. And being at the forefront of how that evolves and is created in a city like San Diego is a unique experience for San Diego versus someplace like Los Angeles or San Francisco, because there's already traditional methodologies for funding there. So understanding how the online syndicate fundraising method works is something that I think is unique to cities like San Diego, and I'm excited to see how that turns out.
And take us back, John, to when you first realized that for you personally, there was a real pain point and you could do something about it. I mean, obviously, you're doing a great job here. This is a great event. It involves co-working, and I'm looking forward to the barbecue. I see the barbecue flame.
Food and booze.
But obviously, I mean, you had a real to do that. Fill in the details on why personally this is important to you and why you chose this venue to make a difference.
Well, I mean, I think the big thing that Outside as a pain point is solving is the merger of community and on the social component and community on the professional component. I think you have a lot of people that are freelancing and do not have a real center currently, and I think Outside provides that. In terms of where the community is going, I think it's still very free form, and I think that's really the exciting thing about being involved with it.
And John, for you, why Outside? Why now? Why is this? Tell me why this is important to you. You're talking about the community, which is a great thing. I agree with everything you said, by the way. But for you personally, Why are you involved in this now?
Because I want tomorrow. I want tomorrow to be better than today. Like that's why any entrepreneur or any real investor becomes involved in the game is because you want to create a better tomorrow on a very fundamental level, and you essentially you choose your vertical and how to improve what's happening within that vertical. For me, I specialize in everything from advertising tech, um, material sourcing for alternative energy, and water. Those three verticals for me are something that's is or one either advancing at a very rapid rate or critical to the future of the planet. And I think San Diego, because of one being in California, which is a very progressive state, I think is a really great place to be. And also in terms of like identifying things like lower cost of labor and a lower cost of living, San Diego is a natural alternative to someplace like Los Angeles or San Francisco.
So let me take a stab at this. I saying before that you were a startup, so you personally identify with the pain that startups have to go through, and one of those is funding.
Right.
And so now you're
Of
involved with
course,
a group.
funding is the principal pain for every startup. Absolutely.
So what you're thinking here is people overcome the same pain you did. San Diego is where you're at. So you're trying to bring the same benefits
Right. Yes,
that
of
other
course.
places have to San Diego. But the reason that Outside House has an appeal for you is because it's the connection between startups, co-working, and you want to bring the funding and knowledge into that. Did I get that right?
Well, I mean, I think like the principal reason why Outside is superior to alternative co-working spaces is again the international community. Whether it doesn't matter what city you're in, if you're trapped inside of a bubble where you get a lot of the same people showing up again and again and again, things become stagnant and stale. You need fresh blood. And that's why Outside is unique. Is because it's a place for people to stay and work. It opens up the ability for people from all over the entire world to show up here, share their ideas, share their passion, and create great things in the city of San Diego. And that's something that no other co-working space in San Diego is doing.
So what I found, and by the way, I've been in spaces, and here's what I found is that there's tables, bar, dogs. This is horrible.
Right.
And other people go, foosball table, dogs, bar. This is the best thing I've ever seen. So there's a place for everything. And what I'm hearing you saying is Outside has that additional dimension of not just work together in community, but work and live. That's the thing that's different. I don't know any other co-working place where you live there. Did I get that right?
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. But like it's the fact that Outside is in a location like this that is absolutely gorgeous. It's a draw for someone that's traveling around the globe. I mean, like opposed to like if you were in the middle of downtown or in the middle of nowhere, like if you're from some foreign country, it's not going to be all that attractive. But if you're in a location like this, because you get access to beautiful places like this, you get to go surfing, you get to go hiking, whatever it is, but you also get access to the passionate people that are here in San Diego doing great things in the startup scene.
So you couldn't get any closer to the beach than this. So really what you're saying is Outside is great, like many of our co-working places are, but adds the additional dimension of one living, but the other dimension of bringing in people with a constant mix of people from all over the world. So you get the chance to actually, you could move from outside to outside to outside and do your trade and pretty much.
And never leave the beach or never leave the mountain. Absolutely. And that's that's something that again is to Outside opposed to something.
It's a difference of where things moving today, and here we've got somebody that's got the perch, the perfect perch in the corner with the ocean in the background. Tell everybody who you are and why you're here.
I'm Ashok, and I'm just the guy that hangs around Outside because the same reason as John, energy. You know, that's, I think, as entrepreneurs, that's our greatest currency, because it's hard. You know, I'm a multi-X startup founder, investor in Outsite, and consumer of Outsite. So I personally work here. I personally hang out here. I personally like to come here and connect with people, and that's, to me, the thing that makes Outsite as a community the most unique. Is I've met everything from friends to business partners, and it's not just me. You know, I used to think it was a great milestone when at Outsite we had investors, for example, and founders do deals and get funded, and that has happened. But I recently heard of a story of a girl marrying a It's pleasure, it's stay, work, play, like we say. That's what makes it so unique.
Well, great. So we're on the. You know, it kind of makes me wonder how many other co-working romance there are from. You know, there's probably about a new co-working place a week popping up. So, Ashok, thank you for your time and what for you do. So we're going to take a walk here and talk to a couple other people, then bring it down to the barbecue that I think John started. I think I saw you lighting up the barbecue. So.
Cheers, yeah, absolutely. You should check it out at outsite.co. That's outsite.co, and I'll hand it back over here.
So basically, what today was about is Outsite offered a chance to basically place there and. Much better angle on there. So, Sean, tell us about what's going on with the music here.
Well, we're trying to keep the energy alive for other stuff here, and we got a little bit later. We got a little bit of trap music. So we're mixing it all up tonight. You're not going to see that many places in San Diego, but it's all about the energy here. So anything we play that's got that energy works.
But Sean, I happen to know that you're cheating. I mean, the music did not start during the co-working phases because that would have been tough to co-work. During the party phases are, but you're actually also in the software development game too, isn't that?
That is true. We have a software SaaS that powers personalization for tons of brands. It's considered one of the best sort of watered-down Photoshop experiences online, and that's what helps build our conversion ratios really high for our clients and for ourselves. So yeah, you're right. We've been doing software and music for a long time. It's just nice that now it all comes together in one place.
Watered down, you just mean the rest of us can use it. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. So you know, for a level that a lot of people can't handle, so down to something that anybody can do in 4 steps.
So I don't need to take a Photoshop course. So if I want to tie into this or do it or integrate that into my platform, where would I go?
You go to mystyleplatform.com and you can there, and we'll get in touch with you and try to find a solution that works for you. Or if you have a development team, you can use our API and our plugins and develop yourself.
Sean, thank you for what you do and for the. So going down the list here, you're on Facebook Live, so the whole world is. Every expression, every smile is on. So tell us what you do and why you're here.
So my name is Vet, CEO and co-founder of a social app called Breeze. We match people from the same social networks to go to the same events in fun automatic carpools. We have a really cool algorithm, which is a secret, and it's also a secret how we scale. But we'll be the first carpooling ever that actually makes it. And I'm here because Ashok actually invited me. I heard great things about him. Sounds like he's on top of TCA, trying to make it an amazing local venture firm, early stage venture firm, and I'm here to meet some great guys.
So if people want to get a hold of you or what you do, what's the best way to contact you?
Just wait a month. We're launching next month in New Jersey with Adventure in the Park, which is a big festival out there. So after that, you hear about us in media.
Do you have a website? People
sure, yeah. .com, and my email is bess@breeze2.com.
And how do you spell that?
It's breezto.com.
Thank you very much. And you're here enjoying the ocean view.
I am.
Tell me who you are and what you do, and you're on Facebook Live right now, so everybody's seeing you right now.
Awesome. So
I'm a co-founder and CEO of Throttle Marketplace.
we are an online marketplace for auto enthusiasts to buy and sell their cars and parts.
Does that include new and used?
We are focused in the used market. We do have a few vendors that list some new parts as well, but our primary focus is focusing on connecting peer-to-peer sales in the auto enthusiast space.
So my Prius is getting a little old these days. It was one of the 2000 early. So you're saying I can sell my Prius if I want to on your site?
You could. I'm sure that there's a Prius owners club out there, and you're going to get some Prius auto enthusiasts. You could go ahead and list it at throttle.com, THROTL.com.
Well, my battery's new. Do I get a better price on that?
Maybe.
Thank you for what you do. Hey guys.
Hey!
You're actually on Facebook Live right now. Everything you say and everything you do is being captured by the internet. By the way, thank you for wearing the
Startup
Week. Make sure to go to
Great event. Deal of the century.
SanDiegoStartupWeek.com to you. And what do you do?
I am Joe Ibanez from Colombia. Doing insurance for drones. Yeah.
How do I insure a drone?
Basically on demand insurance, and you do it like you create the area where you're gonna fly, and you get covered by the minute, and you're paying what you need to pay just for that time that you fly.
If I get good grades, do I get the good student discount? Or if I'm a good drone driver, do I get the good driving discount?
That is correct, my friend.
Very good. And did we cover how they get a hold of you if they want to know more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm doing a lot of this. And we met lots of times, but
we have.
tell the rest of the world who you are and what you do.
Sure, I'm Jeff Mallins. My company, Health React. Medical record systems that they absolutely hate.
So tell me, what brought you here tonight?
Full view.
Right. Well, Jeff, thank you. Thank you for what you do.
And it's healthreactor.io.
Co-working place of Outsite. So for those who don't know, Outsite is a place where people, developers, co-workers can actually come and stay, sign up to stay for a limited period of time. A place where you get a room, but you also get a social atmosphere and a place to mix with other people. So they have events, and of course it's got a great beach. Hi.
Hello.
You're on Startup Show San Diego.
Oh my goodness.
You're live on Facebook right now. So everything you do is being recorded for posterity from the internet. So who are you and what do you do?
Oh, my name is Shane London, and I'm the company called NeuroGym, and I'm also very involved with a variety of other venture-backed startups that are both local and
People want to know more about what you do. Where do they go?
oh, we can just go to LinkedIn and look at Shane. Google search on Shane Lundy, and I'll be the first one that shows up in the search.
ShaneLundy.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so we're interrupting Harrison because Harrison's talking a lot. So.
And he definitely has a better face for radio than I do.
Very tall, so he's like the only guy I have to point the camera up. So Harrison, tell us who you are, what you do, and what brings you here.
My name is Harrison Shane, CEO of Issue Fixers. I'm here today to hang out with some really cool people and learn about what they're doing in the community and hopefully make some great partnerships and networking.
And if people want to know more, what you do and find out more what you do, where do they go?
Sure, well, you can go to issuefixers.com or you can email us at hello@issuefixers or you can go fix that.
Very good. Easy to remember. So we've got some food there, and so it is, we're interested in the barbecue phase. So you are on Facebook Live right now. Everything you say and do is recording for posterity on the internet. And I've seen you actually doing a lot of preparation for this event. So who are you and what do you do?
I'm Liz. Running the house here in San Diego and eating hot dogs also.
So I wanted to check in here. Would I make my reservation with you?
Yes. Well,
and you would make sure my room's good and the food's good and the social events are good. That's basically what you do?
Correct. Yes.
Great. Tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Melissa. I actually just help teach the surf lessons for Outsite.
And so if somebody wants to know more about what you do, how do they find out more? How do they get a hold of you?
Probably through Outsite's website. Outsite has me tagged in a lot of their things. I think they have a little tidbit about me on their site.
And that's outsite.co, is that right?
That's right.
All right, thank you. So the last step of what we... Oh, there's John. He beat me here.
Jesus. Hello. Hey. What's up?
So what are we grilling here?
I think we're at the end of the grill.
We're at the end of the grill. There's the burgers there. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Here's another one of our music men.
Knee deep in a veggie burger here.
And a veggie burger. So hopefully next time you come join us at Outsite House in Encinitas, California. That's Outsite, outsite.co. And we're having a great barbecue. And thank you for joining us on Startup Show San Diego.